There's a silent killer hiding in your body, and it starts draining your strength long before you realize it. One morning you try to stand up, and your legs feel like concrete. It's not laziness. It's not aging. It's something much more dangerous: muscle loss. And if you're over 50, it's already begun. But here's the truth nobody tells you. This isn't inevitable. You're not broken. You're not helpless. You're missing one critical nutrient your body needs to fight back. A nutrient that scientists have called the master key to reversing muscle decline. And it's found in one shockingly simple food that could save your strength, your balance, even your independence. If you're ready to stop the slide and take control of your future, it all starts now, right on your plate. There's a condition silently stealing independence from millions of seniors. You won't hear about it on the evening news. Most doctors won't even mention it during your checkup. But it's responsible for nearly half of all hospitalizations from falls in adults over 65. It's called sarcopenia, the slow, devastating loss of muscle, strength, and balance as we age. And if you're over 60, you're already losing 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every single year, unless you fight back. The signs are subtle at first. Your legs feel heavier. You start needing your arms to get out of a chair. Stairs drain your energy. And one day, you hesitate at the edge of a curb, afraid you might fall. Here's the part nobody tells you. This isn't just getting old. This is a nutritional emergency. And there's one nutrient at the center of it all. One that could turn it around. It's called leucine, an amino acid found in a simple, everyday food we'll reveal shortly. Used by doctors, elite trainers, and longevity researchers for decades, leucine is more than just muscle fuel. It's the biological switch that tells your body, rebuild now. In fact, a landmark study found that older adults who ate leucine-rich foods daily regained up to 40% more leg strength without changing their exercise routine. And in this story, strength doesn't mean lifting weights. It means getting out of bed without help, standing tall while brushing your teeth, walking the grocery aisles with your head high without a walker. It means freedom. Let me tell you about George, 73, a retired truck mechanic from Ohio. He'd always been tough until one icy morning he slipped in his garage and couldn't stand up. Not because of injury, but because his legs no longer had the strength. His wife had to call 911. And from that day on, George lived in fear of falling again. When George came to me, he wasn't looking for a miracle. He just wanted his strength back. We didn't start with pills. We started with one simple food, affordable, easy to find, and loaded with leucine. We'll reveal it in just a moment. But first, if you don't take action now, if you keep skipping this one simple addition to your day, your body will keep weakening. Muscle will fade, balance will slip, and eventually the fear of falling could become your reality. But if you do make this small shift, if you fuel your body with the right support, your legs, your confidence, your independence, they all come back. Because this isn't about aging gracefully, it's about aging powerfully. And it starts with what's on your plate today. We're about to reveal the name, the science, and exactly how to use this food to fight muscle loss. It's affordable, it's easy to prepare, and chances are it's already sitting in your kitchen right now. We're talking about eggs, nature's most perfectly designed, muscle-repairing food. For decades, eggs were misunderstood, blamed, feared, avoided, accused of raising cholesterol, causing heart issues, being too risky. But science caught up, and it changed everything. Research from Harvard, from the Mayo Clinic, from top global institutions, all say the same thing. Eggs were never the enemy. And when it comes to fighting age-related muscle loss, nothing, absolutely nothing comes close. Why? Because every egg delivers around 1.3 grams of leucine, the precise amino acid your body needs to switch muscle growth back on, especially for older adults whose digestive systems have slowed down, whose bodies need more support to absorb what matters. And that's just the beginning. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, complete protein, the kind your body needs not just to survive, but to move, stand, walk, and live fully. Here's the part that changes everything. You don't need expensive powders. You don't need to choke down protein shakes. You don't need to eat steak 3 times a day. You need 2 eggs. At breakfast. That's it. A clinical trial followed seniors over 65. Half had 2 eggs and a fiber-rich side each morning. The other half had toast and juice. 12 weeks later, the egg group had stronger legs, better balance, faster walking speeds. They had more energy, and they fell less. Let that sink in. A food that costs less than $1 helped people walk stronger, steadier, safer in weeks. Now let me tell you about Helen. She's 77, a retired teacher from Arizona. One day she slipped in her garden, a minor fall, a sprained hip. But the real injury wasn't physical. It was fear. Fear of walking alone. Fear of falling again. Fear that she was losing control. Her strength declined, so did her confidence. Her daughter reached out, terrified they'd have to put Helen in a care home. But we didn't reach for medication. We started with breakfast. Just breakfast. Helen swapped toast and coffee for 2 scrambled eggs, sautéed spinach, and whole grain bread. Some days she added avocado. Nothing fancy. 3 weeks later, Helen felt it. Her legs no longer felt hollow. She could rise from her chair without her arms. And the best part? She started walking her dog again. Alone, confident, proud. That's what this food does. That's what it gives back. And if you've been told eggs are bad for your cholesterol, let's be clear. 1 to 2 eggs a day is safe for most adults, especially when paired with vegetables and fiber. The danger is not eggs. The real danger is doing nothing. Because if you don't do this, if you keep skipping this one simple, powerful choice, your muscles will keep shrinking. Your balance will continue to decline. And one day soon, you won't just fear falling. You'll fall. But if you do take action, if you give your body this fuel, you send a message. Grow stronger. Rebuild. Come back. Because this isn't just about breakfast. It's not just about nutrition. It's about standing taller, walking steadier, living freely. This is about fighting for your independence. And it starts with 2 eggs, not someday, not next week, today. Don't underestimate what one small change can do. It might seem like just breakfast, but for your muscles, it's a message, a command to grow stronger. Every single day, it's creamy, it's cool, and for generations, it's been a healing staple in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cultures, known for long life and graceful aging. We're talking about Greek yogurt, a muscle-fueling, gut-healing, calcium-rich superfood that every adult over 60 should be eating regularly. Why? Because having muscle isn't enough. If your body can't absorb and use protein efficiently, it doesn't matter how much you eat. Greek yogurt supports both protein power and nutrient absorption. That's what makes it such a game changer. Let's break it down. First, it's one of the richest sources of casein protein, a slow-digesting fuel that delivers a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles, hour after hour. And for older adults who often go too long between meals, that steady supply is critical. In one clinical study, seniors who consumed casein-rich dairy at night showed significantly better overnight muscle repair than those who didn't. And by morning, their balance and leg strength improved noticeably. Yes, Greek yogurt before bed can literally rebuild your legs while you sleep. Second, Greek yogurt is packed with probiotics, the good bacteria that improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and help your body absorb essential nutrients. Because if your gut isn't functioning well, it can't deliver the protein, calcium, magnesium, or vitamin D your muscles and bones need to thrive. And third, calcium. Greek yogurt gives you about 20% of your daily calcium needs per serving, supporting bone strength, joint cushioning, and proper muscle contraction. Because let's be honest, what good are strong muscles if your bones are weak underneath? But here's what no one tells you, and this is the part that matters most. If you don't do this, if you keep skipping this one simple, powerful food, your recovery slows, your bones weaken, your digestion suffers, and your muscles, they're left without the tools to rebuild. And that's when independence slips through your fingers, slowly, quietly, until one day you realize you can't get it back. But if you do make this shift, if you add this one food to your nightly routine, your body responds, your muscles repair, your balance returns, and your confidence begins to rise again, one step at a time, because this isn't just about what's in your fridge. It's about staying on your feet, standing tall, and protecting the freedom you've worked your whole life to keep. And it all starts with a bowl of Greek yogurt before bed tonight. Now let me tell you about Doris, 82 years old, a widow, and a retired florist from New Jersey. For years, she lived with a quiet struggle, constant bloating, weak, unstable legs, ankle pain that made walking even a few blocks feel like a marathon. She thought, maybe this is just what aging feels like, that her body was too far gone to fix, that decline was inevitable. But when I looked at her diet, something stood out. No dairy, no probiotics, and barely any protein after lunch. Her muscles weren't broken. They were just undernourished. So we made one small change, one addition to her nighttime routine. Every evening after dinner, Doris began eating half a cup of plain Greek yogurt mixed with ground flaxseed, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries. Within 2 weeks, her digestion improved. The bloating was gone. Within 5 weeks, she said her legs felt more grounded, like her feet were finally connected to the floor. By month 3, she was walking every morning. No pain, no fear. She even started taking weekly Zumba Gold classes. At 82, that's the power of nutritional synergy: protein to rebuild muscle, calcium to strengthen bones, probiotics to help your body actually absorb it all packed into one convenient, affordable food. If you're going to add Greek yogurt to your diet, and you should, here's what to look for. Choose plain, unsweetened versions. Hidden sugars trigger inflammation and work against you. Aim for at least 15 grams of protein per serving. Check the label. Make sure it includes live active cultures to get the full probiotic benefit. And go for full fat if you can. It's rich in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E, which support nerve health and muscle coordination. And if you're lactose sensitive, don't worry. Greek yogurt contains less lactose than regular yogurt. And today, there are fantastic lactose-free options made from coconut, almond, or sheep's milk. The best time to eat it? After dinner or 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That's when your body begins its nightly repair cycle, and the slow-release protein in Greek yogurt gives your muscles the fuel they need to rebuild while you sleep. But here's what you need to understand, and what most people never hear. If you don't make this change, if you continue going to bed without giving your body the tools it needs to repair, you're not just skipping dessert. You're skipping your last chance of the day to protect your balance, rebuild your strength, and hold on to your independence. Because if breakfast is your first line of defense, Greek yogurt is your shield while you sleep. Together, they form a 24-hour strategy to reverse muscle loss, to stabilize your body, and to restore confidence in every step you take. And the next step? It's in your hands, or rather, in your spoon. Sometimes the biggest transformations begin with the smallest additions. And when it comes to reversing muscle decline and rebuilding stability, chia seeds might just be the most overlooked weapon in your arsenal. They're smaller than a grain of rice, tasteless, and take just seconds to add to your diet. But don't let their size fool you, because when it comes to aging, especially issues with nerve health, inflammation, and balance, their impact is massive. Here's why. Chia seeds are one of nature's richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. These healthy fats are vital for keeping your nervous system sharp and responsive, directly influencing how well your muscles contract, how coordinated your movements are, and how quickly you can react when your balance is thrown off. As we age, that connection between brain and body starts to slow. That's when missteps happen. Reaction time lags. You know the feeling when your legs don't quite keep up with your thoughts. But in one groundbreaking study, seniors who consumed just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds a day for 8 weeks showed dramatic improvements in gait speed, reflexes, and neuromuscular control without changing anything else in their routine. And that's just the start. Chia seeds are anti-inflammatory powerhouses packed with polyphenols and antioxidants that reduce joint swelling, muscle soreness, and stiffness. And those three issues, they're some of the biggest reasons older adults lose mobility. Let me tell you about Ronald, 79, a retired mailman from Oregon. For years, he battled nerve pain in his feet and what he called the shuffle, that slow, unsure walk that made curves and stairs feel like mountains. Doctors offered pills to numb the pain, but Ronald didn't want to mask it. He wanted to fix it. So we started small, just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds a day. He stirred them into oatmeal, later into smoothies, or soaked them in almond milk overnight. 3 weeks in, something remarkable happened. Ronald said he felt more connected to his feet. He could shift his weight without wobbling. The stabbing pain in his calves, almost gone. What changed? The omega-3s were supporting his nerves, calming inflammation, and helping restore that electrical communication between his brain and muscles. That's the hidden strength inside this tiny seed. But it doesn't stop at omega-3s. Chia seeds are also rich in magnesium, crucial for muscle relaxation and cramp prevention. Calcium for strong bones and posture. Fiber for gut health and steady energy. And they contain around 4 grams of protein per serving to support daily muscle repair. And they're unbelievably easy to use. Stir a spoonful into yogurt or oatmeal. Blend them into smoothies. Make chia pudding with almond milk, cinnamon, and vanilla. Sprinkle them over scrambled eggs or roasted veggies. For best results, hydrate them. Soak for 15 to 30 minutes in water or milk. This boosts digestion and nutrient absorption, especially important if your metabolism has slowed with age. Here's a bonus. When hydrated, chia seeds expand in your stomach, helping you feel full longer, supporting weight management, which protects your joints and keeps your energy stable. So if eggs power your morning and Greek yogurt rebuilds you at night, then chia seeds are your quiet, all-day defender. They sharpen your nerves, support your balance, and help keep every step you take grounded and strong. They're the smallest food on the list, but for many seniors, they deliver the biggest difference. But here's the truth no one says out loud. If you don't do this, if you ignore these tiny seeds, your body loses a critical layer of defense. Your nerves stay inflamed, your balance stays shaky, and your strength, the strength that carries you through daily life, continues to fade without a fight. That slow shuffle, it becomes your new normal. That hesitation before a step, it becomes fear. And one day, independence quietly slips away. But it doesn't have to, because maybe you haven't felt it yet, but something inside you is already shifting. The moment you start feeding your muscles instead of just using them, the moment you stop blaming age and start partnering with your body, everything begins to change. Your muscles, they're not giving up. They're waiting to rebuild. Your nerves, they're not broken. They're just asking for support. And your legs, they're still capable of carrying you everywhere you dream of going. You've just been missing the right materials. Let's bring it all together. Eggs, your morning signal to wake up muscle growth and build the strength in your legs. Greek yogurt, your nighttime repair crew, restoring bones, healing your gut, and fueling recovery while you sleep. Chia seeds, your 24-hour protector, guarding your balance, calming inflammation, and keeping your nervous system sharp and steady. And together, they're not just foods, they're a daily strategy, a silent, powerful support system, rebuilding the foundation of something most people don't think about until it's slipping away. Your independence. No pricey supplements, no extreme diets, no complicated routines. Just 3 natural, affordable foods woven into your everyday meals, working together to bring back the strength, stability, and control you thought were gone for good. But here's the truth. If you don't do this, if you dismiss these small changes because they seem too simple, you're not just missing out on nutrients, you're letting your body keep sliding. Quietly, gradually, until standing up from a chair becomes a struggle, until walking across the room feels uncertain, until you realize you've given up more than strength, you've given up freedom. Now close your eyes for a moment and picture this. It's just 6 weeks from today. You stand up from your chair, No arms, no help. You walk across the living room, no wobble, no hesitation. You bend to tie your shoes and rise with ease. You're not just moving again. You're moving forward with confidence, with clarity, with full control. And if you're wondering, what happens when you combine these three foods with one simple, 5-minute habit that triggers even deeper muscle regeneration? We'll talk about that next time, because this journey has only just begun.